Hey guys, let's go check out the Horseshoe Casino in Las Vegas on the Las Vegas Strip. So right now we're entering from the parking structure and going down one of the gazillion escalators that are in Las Vegas. So this hallway is shared with the Paris Casino. So if you go straight ahead, you end up in the Paris Casino, and then if you go to the right, then you're going to end up at the Horseshoe Casino. So this is the Horseshoe. The cupcake machine is looking a little bare right now, but they still had some cupcakes if you wanted a cupcake. And there's art galleries if you need some expensive art, no doubt. And then there's some high-tech cheesy things if you need those. There used to be a fountain here, but it got taken out. Cost too much to operate, I guess. So yeah, there's the ceiling's still cool. And then this restaurant here has been quite a few different things through its life. Looks like it's currently Guy Fieri's Flavortown. The Horseshoe is not that big of a casino. There is an area outside with various shops. The Horseshoe used to be known as Bally's, but Bally's is a separate corporation and they bought a different plot of land and it became, a bunch of confusingness, so at least potentially confusingness, so they changed the Bally's Casino to now be the Horseshoe. It's very center strip if you want to stay someplace that's right in the middle of the Las Vegas happenings. Come here and get a steak. There's no prices on the digital menus. That's always scary. So looks like a very older vibe. I actually went into a restaurant the other day, a locals restaurant, and I thought it was just going to be like a everyday restaurant, but I felt too young to be there, and I'm no spring chicken. I suggested we leave, so we left. So but no biggie. Somebody else just sat at the table. We didn't make a reservation or anything. We just walked in and got a table and then left when it didn't work. Don't be afraid to, if things don't work or you aren't vibing with it. It's your money. It's your experience. It's much better for you to get up and say, no, this isn't for me, rather than sit someplace and waste your money on something you didn't want or decided you didn't want after the fact. So this is the hotel lobby up here. Pretty much all these hotels used to be independent hotels, and they all had their own, financial considerations or, owners and everything. So they all had some difference, but now the casinos have been sort of conglomerated on the south side of the strip to just be one's owned by MGM or one's owned by Caesars. And so when you have a bunch of different properties that are all yours, you sometimes just become super generic in the process. So the Horseshoe is really one of those properties where the only thing remotely different about it is that it has some shops out front, and they keep adding new shops out front. But other than that, it's super duper generic to me, at least. So yeah, they call these the Grand Bazaar Shops at Horseshoe. So in case you need to know exactly where it was. And then we're going to take this escalator up, and there used to be moving walkways that would take you to the other side towards the strip, but they got rid of them and replaced it with just concrete where you power yourself. That's the crazy thing about like Vegas. If you've never been here and you know your reference point is something else, then you're like, oh my gosh, that's so awesome. But if your reference point is what things used to be, you can sometimes be like, well, that used to be like this, but now it's like that. So yeah, this used to be moving sidewalks on the sides, and now it's just this hallway with way too much ads on the side of it. So, you know, it has some character. You could look over, and the flat escalators essentially took you out to this area. But I guess I'm not gonna be the one that's gonna be cheesy coat and everything, how perfect it all is. It's just the financial decisions, you know. Much better when it was a moving walkway. Yeah, so there are a bunch of restaurants out here, little restaurants, and then most recently opened up a restaurant that's by a country music singer. I think is it Red Dog? Old Red. Okay, yeah, so Old Red, the restaurant straight ahead, has live music going on, multi-stories. You can sit there and chill on the strip and watch the people inside singing, or watch the people outside on the strip going up and down. It's a little bit windy out here, so let's go down this hallway first over here at the very end. So, got some hot dogs. Plain hot dogs, $7.95. These are quite cheesy sort of stores. It's almost like a old strip mall. There's some scaffolding and construction going on here. 24-hour subway. So normally you could go back the other direction here, but looks like it's completely walled off right now. So we're gonna do a quick circle. So yeah, I guess this, whatever this restaurant is coming, has got it all under construction. So let's see if we can see what a Subway sandwich costs. So if you want a foot-long Subway club, it's $18.99. So a little more expensive than most places, just a hair.
What's y'all doing tomorrow?
And then this hallway looks gone. Yeah, they're just closed on this side. Here's the field office for the construction company. Is building that up front. Somebody gonna get shots poured in their mouth? Yeah, she's getting shots poured in her mouth. Vegas is very lax with the alcohol laws, for sure. Let's see what's down this hallway. Anything at all? Well, I think it's like another empty. Whatever this Chalangos Tacos is now hiring, so it looks like they're going to take up a big space there, but more just emptiness. Mainway is a little more bustling. Raider store and some rockness, spiritual healing, and then that still does the same as before. So yeah, the old red. Oh yeah, they're on the stage right over there. So, and then I know inside it's like multiple stories that look up in there. So, if you're into country music, you can come check that out. Looks like the Mediterranean place has got a line. Smells pretty good. some piece of pizza. The Bourbon Parade that's up there, it closed. I don't think it lasted very long at all. It had some live like jazz music going through it. Duck donuts, little ducks. So that pretty much covers the Horseshoe in Las Vegas. If you liked the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Either way, I'll be back soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.